Samhita Om Shanti. Peace to you, peace to me. Hello and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about living an inspirational life. So what is it to inspire somebody? Inspiring somebody to change, to move themselves from a position they're in to a better position. So you're inspiring people to make a motion in the right direction. So you live your life the best way that you possibly can, which will enable people to inspire people to make the changes that they need to do in their lives to make themselves have a better life. So it's not really with words. Some people do it with books, yes. Some people are inspirational speakers, yes. But through actions, very, very powerful, because then you can show people how you've changed, and then they can see it in a lot more easier way, because sometimes intellectually it's difficult to grasp concepts. Sometimes the brain don't quite understand what you're talking about there, especially when you're talking about the bigger philosophies like the Tao philosophy or the Vedas, when really it's beyond mind, where you can't really put it into words. But so many people have had a good go at it that you can roughly get it, but that's inspired me personally to meditate more and to gravitate towards the higher energies, try to understand those higher energies to move myself upwards. So I wanted to be an inspirational musician, so I did. I became a bass player, and I played in many different bands, some rock, hard rock, some covers bands, entertainment, so many different bands, but also always in the background I was writing songs, writing music about changing myself, changing the world, changing the corruption. And I felt that was really good for me. That was me being myself, because I wanted to inspire people to change as well. But then I realised the statistic is that only about 95% of people, only 5% of people actually listen to the lyrics. 95% of the people just hear the tune and enjoy the tune, which is really not fulfilling what I was trying to do, which is to inspire people to get something out of what I'm saying, what I'm communicating through the songs. So I still do write songs. I still am intending to release a Tao album with Tao philosophy running through all the lyrics on the album at some point in the future. But what happened to me, I found Qigong, body and brain Qigong, and I found that it was much the same passion I could put into that as an instructor as I did as a musician. I still do as a musician. I really put my passion into it, and when I am so dog tired, many times I got on stage dog tired, I think, oh, I can't do this tonight. Boom, you're in there, yeah, you're bopping away. Same as an instructor, there's times when you walk into class and you've got 20 people in front of you and you think, whoa, I don't fancy this today, and then you find the energy, you let the energy flood through you, and that in itself inspires people to think, well, if he can do it, I can do it. It's living the way that inspires people to change their ways. And an energy practice, any energy practice, is inspirational in the way that once you change your energy, you can help other people change their energy. And once you see other people changing their energy, you see that spreading and spreading and spreading. There's many instances when people come to me after attending classes for a little while and said, well, I love some of these breathing techniques. I think they're amazing. So I was with my family members, there's a few of them getting anxious and stressed. We sat there, we did a couple of minutes breathing techniques, a little bit of stretching, and it all disappeared. So that's inspiring somebody to inspire somebody further. And that's how these things work, is that it spreads slowly and gently. So you're inspiring others to change, inspiring others through love. Inspiration is love. So you're loving the people who come to your class, and you're giving them inspiration to change, and they're inspired now to go and change other people's lives for the better. You've got so much pressure coming down, pushing, and then once you move aside from that pressure and realize that anxiety is mainly in the head, there's no tiger walking through the door just about to eat you, there's no one breaking into your house just about to kill you, there's nothing to get stressed or anxious about. It's all, unless you have a stressful job, just over broke, and then really if it's too much for you, really you should be thinking about finding something that you're passionate about and that you enjoy. That's a really big thing coming into 2020 as our vision opens. Enjoy. So find something that you really enjoy and that you're passionate about. Become good at it. You've got to keep practicing. We're all work in progress. We might all be masterpieces. We all are. We're all precious. Also, there's no amount of money that could buy any of us, really, if we wanted to build us. So we're all precious. It's finding your niche, finding what you can do that other people don't do so well, and then therefore you're finding your inspiration to keep going because you're getting better at it. You can see the improvements, and you're inspiring others to do the same because you can break the mold and get out of this mold that you're living in, this cyclical world that you've created for yourself, and you can break out of it, break through your conditioning, like epigenetics. Bruce Lipton does fantastic work on epigenetics, and also Dr. Joe Dispenza talking about meditating on your chakras and opening up yourself. He actually does it through the body, which I personally like because I never really stretched properly. I did the minimum I could when I was studying Taekwondo, which is a Korean martial art, and then when I started to do body and brain Qigong, I realised that the back of my knees, because I've never really stretched the back of my knees properly, even though I could kick high, it was never really properly stretched. I'm doing that now. I'm doing that every day to stretch out my body so it can work to its full capacity. It's how it's supposed to work, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of commitment, and it focuses your mind. And once you start to do that, practice that every day, you're reconditioning your subconscious to become more productive, become more positive. You're getting away from a lot of the negative stuff that you have in your life, and we all accumulate from 0 to 7 then onwards. We're all getting conditioned, so you can move away from that and become more inspirational to others. Really living your truth, being true to yourself. I find it fascinating personally when you see kids who come in as amazing pianists, amazing musicians, amazing singers, dancers, amazing mathematicians, amazing economists, knee-high to a grasshopper. So where's that come from? That's a very big question. But they're inspiring because you think, well, look at them. They can do all this stuff at that age. What can I do? And you realise that you need to be working more on yourself. There's also wonderful examples of people taking up yoga in their 70s and 80s, now becoming very proficient at it and very flexible. I'm seeing that a lot in the people that I train around with Brighter Living, the charity I set up, and they're becoming more inspirational themselves because they say, well, I've been doing this for a little while and it's done this for me. They go, oh really, that's interesting, and then they start to try it for themselves and they go, oh, now I see what you're trying to do. And it's very simple, very, very simple, connecting with yourself, connecting your mind, your breath and your body together. Sounds easy, right? But it isn't. But once you start to get it and you start to let the body flow in its natural energies, you will start to naturally become inspirational to other people because they go, whoa, look at your change. What are you doing? How many people come into my class and say, well, someone actually came up to me the other day and said, well, what have you been doing? You're so different. Because you're inspiring people to make that change. We can all make the change. We need the courage and the confidence to do that. So look at the the map of consciousness, the chart of consciousness. Get up to that 220 level, courage, and burst out into the higher energies. And then you will start to inspire others to do that, because they will see the change in you and they will want to see that change in them as well. And therefore we're inspiring each other to wake up, raise our energy, and make this world the experience that it should be, which is a good one, not a bad one, which is where it's going at the moment. It will become a good one once enough of us wake up and get to the tipping point of everything's going to be okay. So think about it. What can you do to inspire somebody today? Sarangamnida.